Welcome everyone to today's lesson covering Domain 2 of the CompTIA Security Plus certification, threats, vulnerabilities, and mitigations. In this domain, we move beyond foundational concepts and begin exploring how attackers actually compromise systems, networks, users, and organizations. Understanding modern cyber threats is essential because attackers constantly evolve their tactics, techniques, and procedures. Cybersecurity professionals must learn not only how attacks happen, but also how to identify weaknesses and implement effective defenses. Let's begin with the concept of threat actors. A threat actor is any individual or group capable of causing harm to systems or data. Threat actors come in many forms. Some are motivated by money, others seek political influence, espionage, revenge, or disruption. One common category is cybercriminals. Cybercriminals focus on financial gain through ransomware, phishing, identity theft, or data theft. Another category is nation-state actors. These groups are highly sophisticated and supported by governments. Their goals may include espionage, infrastructure disruption, and intelligence gathering. Activists are attackers motivated by political or social causes. They may deface websites, leak data, or launch denial of service attacks to spread messages or create disruption. Insider threats are especially dangerous because they already have unauthorized access to systems. An insider threat may be malicious or accidental. For example, an employee could intentionally steal data or unknowingly click a malicious phishing link. Script kiddies are less experienced attackers who use pre-built tools like AI and exploit kits without fully understanding and knowing how they work. Even though they may lack advanced skills, they can still cause significant damage. Now let's discuss malware. Malware is a malicious software designed to harm, disrupt, or gain unauthorized access to systems. One of the most well-known types is a virus. A virus attaches itself to legitimate files and spreads when users execute infected programs. A worm is different because it can spread automatically across networks without user interaction. Worms often exploit vulnerabilities in operating systems or applications. Trojans disguise themselves as legitimate software to trick users into installing them. Unlike viruses or worms, Trojans rely heavily on deception. Ransomware is currently one of the biggest cybersecurity threats in the world. Ransomware encrypts files or systems and demands payment for restoration. Many organizations, hospitals, schools, and government agencies have suffered massive operational disruptions from ransomware attacks. Spyware secretly monitors user activity and collects information such as passwords or browsing habits. Rootkits attempt to hide malicious processes and maintain privileged access while avoiding detection. Fileless malware operates primarily in memory rather than using traditional executable files, making detection more difficult. Because malware evolves rapidly, organizations use layered security approaches, including antivirus software, endpoint detection and response systems, patch management, backups, and user awareness training. Next, let's examine social engineering attacks. Social engineering attacks people rather than technology. Attackers manipulate human behavior to gain access to information or systems. Phishing is one of the most common forms of social engineering. Attackers send fraudulent emails pretending to be trusted organizations in order to steal credentials and distribute malware. Spear phishing is more targeted and personalized. Whaling specifically target executives or high-ranking individuals. Smishing uses text messages. Vishing uses voice calls. Attackers may also use impersonation, being baiting, tailgating, or pretexting to manipulate victims. Social engineering works because attackers exploit emotions such as fear, urgency, curiosity, or trust. One of the best defenses against social engineering is strong security awareness training. Employees should learn how to recognize suspicious emails, verify requests, and report unusual activity. Now let's discuss network-based attacks. One major attack category is denial of service or DOS. A DOS attack to overwhelm system or services and make them unavailable to legitimate users. A distributed denial of service, a DDoS, use many compromised systems working together to flood the target. Attackers use botnets, which are a large group of infected devices controlled remotely. Man-in-the-middle attacks occur when attackers secretly intercept communication between two parties. Attackers may capture credentials, alter traffic, or monitor sensitive information. Wireless attacks are also common. Rogue access points, evil twin attacks, and packet sniffing can target wireless users. Organizations defend networks using firewalls, intrusion detection systems, segmentation, secure wireless configuration, and network monitoring tools. Another major topic in Domain 2 is vulnerabilities. A vulnerability is a weakness that attackers can exploit. Common vulnerabilities include outdated software, weak passwords, insecure configurations, missing patches, default credentials, and unencrypted communications. Misconfigurations are among the leading causes of security incidents today. Even advanced systems become vulnerable if administrators fail to configure them properly. This is why vulnerability management is critical. Organizations regularly scan systems for weaknesses using vulnerability scanners. These tools identify missing patches, insecure services, and configuration issues. However, finding vulnerabilities is only the first step. Organizations must prioritize and remediate them effectively. Some vulnerabilities are more dangerous than others. Critical vulnerabilities affecting internet-facing systems may require immediate attention. Others may present low risk depending on the environment. This brings us to the Common Vulnerability Scoring System, or CVSS. CVSS help organizations measure the severity of vulnerability using standard scoring. Higher scores generally indicate more severe vulnerabilities. Cybersecurity professionals use threat intelligence to stay informed about emerging attacks and vulnerabilities. Threat intelligence includes information about attacker behavior, malware trends, indicators of compromise, and known exploits. Indicators of compromise, often called IOCs, are signs that systems may already be compromised. Examples include unusual outbound traffic, unexpected account activity, unknown processes, or suspicious log entries. Another important concept is penetration testing. Penetration testing involves authorized simulated attacks against systems that identify weaknesses before real attackers do. Pen testers may test networks, web applications, wireless systems, or physical security. Penetration testing helps organizations evaluate defenses and improve security posture. Closely related are vulnerability assessments. A vulnerability assessment identifies weaknesses but does not actively exploit them. Penetration testing goes further by attempting exploiting in a controlled and authorized manner. Now let's discuss application attacks. Modern organizations rely heavily on web applications, making them common targets. Injection attacks occur when attackers insert malicious commands into applications. SQL injection is a classic example where attackers manipulate database queries. Cross-site scripting, also called XSS, injects malicious scripts into web pages viewed by users. Cross-site request forgery tricks authenticated users into performing unintended actions. Secure coding practices, input validation, patching, and web application firewalls help defend against these type of attacks. Supply chain attacks are another growing concern. Instead of attacking a target directly, attackers compromise vendors, software providers, or third parties. This allows malicious code or compromised updates to spread to many organizations simultaneously. Recent years have shown how dangerous supply chain attacks can become on a global scale. Organizations now place greater emphasis on vendor security reviews or software integrity verification. And finally, let's discuss mitigation strategies. Mitigation means reducing the likelihood or impact of the threats. Strong password policies and multi-factor authentication improve account security. Regular patch management closes known vulnerabilities. Network segmentation limits attacker movement within environments. Backups help organizations recover from ransomware or disasters. Encryption protects sensitive data both in transit and at rest. Monitoring and logging help detect suspicious behavior early. Most importantly, security must be continuous. Cybersecurity is not a one-time setup. Threats constantly evolve and organizations must continuously assess, monitor, and improve defenses. To conclude, the main two focus on understanding how attackers operate, identifying vulnerabilities, and implementing effective mitigations. We covered threat actors, malware, social engineering, network attacks, vulnerabilities, penetration testing, replication attacks, supply chain threats, and defensive strategies. These concepts are critical for anyone pursuing a career in cybersecurity because defenders must understand the mindset and techniques of attackers in order to protect systems effectively. Thank you for watching Michael Page IT and continue to build your cybersecurity knowledge one domain at a time. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and please tune in for the next video on Domain 3.